So what is up, guys? Nick here, helping you to master your technology. How does the iPhone SE perform in 2020? Let's begin with a boot up in 3, 2, 1. Now, this phone did launch about 4 years ago, almost in 2016. It has Apple A9 chipset and has 2 gigabytes of RAM with the latest version of iOS. That's pretty good here, even in 2020 for general tasks. Not the most high performance stuff, but it's still not bad. So it boots up in around 17 or so seconds here for the iPhone SE, guys. So what I want to do here is take a look at Face ID and then kind of take a look at Touch ID. This is the 11 Pro Max to see how that performs in speed. And you can see very fast, but still the Face ID still needs a little bit of a kind of a swipe to get that Face ID open. So it's not quite one step, but very fast here and super convenient for Face ID. Let's check out the Touch ID for the iPhone SE. And you could see, I don't know what that was. Let's go ahead and open this up and you could see there it goes. And there it goes. So pretty good here for iPhone SE. I think even in 2020, not very slow to unlock, and Touch ID is still on certain iPhones you could buy to this day. So I would say in terms of boot up Touch ID performance, it's still a thumbs up on the iPhone SE. Guys, so confirming that software, iOS 13.3 on board here for iPhone SE. Now what I want to do is just kind of quickly open some applications. Let's close everything out to kind of see how it does perform, which is general day-to-day tasks. So just scrolling through the system, very smooth still. You don't really encounter any lag here whatsoever on this iPhone, as you don't really with other iPhones. But let's go into clock, let's go into calculator, settings. Wow, this thing is still flying. I didn't wait for that one. This is still flying through applications though, even here in 2020, especially just basic stuff. Now, I think you will run into issues when it comes to gaming and potentially battery life, as well as, you know, maybe having multiple apps open at the same time. It probably will pause some applications, but the SE seems to perform quite well still. So if you're still using one, you're probably okay in performance, but I know a lot of people have been saying the battery has got pretty bad here for the iPhone SE. Loading up Call of Duty Mobile, you do have these bezels to hold on if you want to play a game, but that's kind of old school design right here. It's just still pretty incredible how tiny this phone is. I mean, look how it fits there in the hand. It's just really small there. It's just so small. It's really a unique device. I wish Apple would bring a smaller iPhone back. I know they're rumored to bring the SE2, but I'm not sure it's going to be this small. Let's see what happens here. So you can see Call of Duty taking some time. It's not quite as fast as the newer phones, but the fact that you can play this is still pretty nice. I'm not sure many older Android phones could probably play this very well, whereas the SE definitely can. So we're at 100%, so just be a little patient with this one, but you will get in to this game, and once you're in, it performs quite well. Although I probably would have a lightning port on this one to play this because the battery would drain down very fast for SE, but it's so small and light that it's just a joy, just such a small phone to play Call of Duty on. Really nice. Anything to reload here, Call of Duty's fine. We were just in there. This game, reloading here, not bad though. Let's go into Instagram and you could see that was pretty decent. Snapchat, Amazon, little pause there for Amazon. So yeah, it's gonna pause some applications from time to time. This is not 12 gigabytes of RAM, 8 gigabytes of RAM, 4 gigabytes of RAM. This is 2 gigabytes of RAM. So expect a pause from time to time. Okay, so let's head into iMovie. Let's go ahead and time how long it takes to export a 52-second clip here for iPhone SE. You can see pretty smooth on the timeline. I do notice when importing some media into the SE for iMovie, it can get a little choppy, but it isn't that bad. I mean, it is usable. You can actually edit video on this little phone here in 2020 and still put out content. And we're gonna go ahead and go to 4K in 3, 2, 1 and see how long this does take. Now the GPU in here is an Apple GPU, but it's not one of the more up-to-date ones, so don't expect it to just blaze through everything. This is 4K. And I do notice that when video rendering here for the SE, I do get a little bit of a warm feel on the back. So yeah, if you are doing this, maybe you just put it on the side, let it do its thing, come back in a minute or so, and it should be up and ready to go. And so it completed that project in around a minute and 5 minutes or so. And imagine you have maybe a 10-minute video. This could be 10 minutes to render. That's not bad to render out a video and get it online quickly. So yeah, I would say performance still very nice here, even though the phone's getting dated. Let's test the camera speed here. You can see it opens up, fires right away here. And also if we go to the lock screen for the SE, we can go ahead and swipe over to the right and get into the camera very fast. Okay guys, so let's go into Safari and see how it does perform here in the internet browsing. You can see youtube.com very fast there. Let's go to facebook.com here. You can see also very quick. This is going to be dependent on your network. Let's go to Google right here, google.com. You can see very quick there. Let's go ahead and type up the weather for, let's say, New York. Let's go to New York here and see how this does perform. And you could see very usable still. I mean, it flies through stuff. And what are the cons really of the iPhone SE then? Well, I mean, when you're reading things, it's very tiny to go ahead and do that. But the pro is that you can do it with one finger. That's pretty fun. But yeah, really tiny. Clicking little links and typing can be pretty cramped here for the SE if you have big hands for this phone. But if you don't, which probably most people using this device don't, and that's probably one of the reasons they bought it, you'll be just fine there. I gotta say overall, instead of running a Geekbench and seeing a really low score, we can just discuss the real world here. The SE still performs good. I don't think it's great anymore, but it's still good for what it is, and for as cheap as these devices are, still good performance. When Apple was claiming how fast this phone was, they were right. This phone lasted an extremely long time, and it's still up to date. So you can actually still use this phone right now and be on the latest iOS version. So if you have an SE, let us know your performance now. Are you upgrading to the SE2, which will be launching on the channel soon? That's one of the reasons I made this video, is because I've been excited about that upgrade. So I wanted to take a look at the predecessor one more time before that phone gets here. And I would love to hear if you're going to upgrade as well, if you already moved past this, if you still have one as a backup phone, let us know. And if you guys enjoyed the content, thumbs up, and I will catch you all in the next episode. Nick here, helping you to master your technology. Be sure to be well, and peace.